I was pretty worried, especially obviously being in hospital after the game on Sunday, and then it sort of wasn't getting better most of the week.
When he couldn't run 2 days before the game, the boys were starting to get a bit nervous.
Friday was like the massive test, and that was if I could train and get through with a bit of pain and train well, I could play, and if I couldn't, I wasn't going to play. I don't normally train well, so there we go there, luckily.
The group, the vibe we had, from breakfast to the time we got on the bus, everyone seemed pretty settled.
The feeling in the rooms was different this time around, even on the biggest stage, that if we stick to what we know and what we've done all year, it'll probably hold us in good stead.
As you can imagine, it is an absolutely phenomenal atmosphere down here at ground level.
Having played only one other game there this year, the biggest feeling I had running out was, gee, this is like Optus Stadium.
In terms of ground size and stand size, and it's really funny. I was having that thought that it is such a valuable thing having this new stadium. It really occurred to me then.
And this is the best time as a player before a grand final. That last 10 to 15 seconds before the ball's bounced, the great unknown, what will happen?
It's just about playing your role. Yeah, there's more intensity, but it's just pretty much take the game on, and even if you make a mistake, so what? That's going to happen. It's going to be momentum shifts. So it's pretty much those three things, and sometimes players listen, sometimes they don't, but all your work's done, so that's just a couple of key points.
Barco runs into an open, 35, closing, got it! Collingwood with the first of the game. Cutting across as Phillips, quick kick by Stevenson. Oh, yes!
The pressure was right on, it just felt like we couldn't get any space, and then that ball come in, and I thought I had it.
Kennedy, Venables and Kennedy.
And then late, I just seen Venables come through, and we both collided, and then the ball carried off down the other end, and they kicked a goal, and I was thinking, oh no, it's not our day.
They're not going to catch him. He's going to kick a second.
They were taking the most of their opportunities. So to go and kick that goal, shrugging tackles, that's what he does. So it was expected, it wasn't surprising.
Still with Nagawi, still with Nagawi, still with Nagawi. Oh yes, yes, you knew he could do it.
I was thinking, here we go again, to be honest. Honestly I was.
Yeah, it didn't feel like there was too much panic. I mean, even coming to the bench and talking to the other players throughout the first quarter, it felt like we were doing a lot right. I think you look at our numbers, and we were beating them in a lot of pretty important areas at the time, and that outscored us purely just through talent.
Gee, it's good though. It's really good. 5 first quarter goals for Collingwood.
It wasn't really panic stations. There was a couple of points where you have a little bit of doubt, like you start going, oh no, here we go. But yeah, it was just good to, I suppose, fight back, and Willie kicked that goal, which came off the back of his ankle.
Langdon tries to rush it. Was it off the boot?
I think he got a boot to that.
I think he did too.
At that stage before we kicked them, it was 5-0, and game could have really gone either way. Another couple for them, and it's probably curtains. I thought we got a bit of reward for effort and the way we played for the first quarter.
30-metre kick, they've got 2 in a couple of minutes. They're back in business here on the West Coast.
To go in 3 goals down rather than 5 goals down is a big difference. And the mental state of the group, I think, was improved by the fact we got those 2 late goals.
Coming back in at quarter time and looking at our KPIs and sort of having a reflection on the goals they scored, which just refocused us because we were in the game.
There was still a sense of calm around the boys, which was awesome because we have such good leaders in the back line through Bunga and Garv and Scuzz. So as much as we were down by 5 goals, we were all pretty relaxed and knew what we had to do to swing the game back the other way.
Picked up by Jenner, got it over to Ryan. Look at this, it's 3-on-1, kick to the bar. He plays on with a handball, and Hutchins will kick the goal.
I think that last 10 minutes going into half-time, I think we had a bit of momentum. It felt like we had the ball and we were scoring. We had inside 50s. Yeah, we were coming. It was just a matter of, I suppose, when.
I do feel like after conceding the first 5, the Eagles are coming back into the game. Shuey, and talk about coming back into it.
Him kicking that, he probably, by his own account, would say didn't have his best grand final or best game in 2015. To do that and to play the way he did, it was pretty big for the group, especially that goal. It's amazing. Saw the Collingwood boys walking off, and we not a great deal of chat, where ours was really up and about and motivating, and the rooms, certainly didn't feel like we were down, certainly didn't feel like we were out of the game, and probably the opposite of that. We felt like we had momentum.
It's probably just thinking that, we were still in this. That was probably the main thing. We're still in it, we're still in it.
So in our line group, Sam Mitchell come up to us and said, boys, we're doing our job and we're doing it pretty well. It's the other boys that aren't getting it done, so there wasn't much more we could do. Yeah, momentum was well and truly on our side, and to start the second half like that, get the ball in our front half, I thought we're in a good position here. The boys are up and about.
Sets the Eagles an opportunity with Kennedy, who's marked very, very early, and to get them within a goal. Directly in front, a 45-metre kick, and it's close, tight, coming back, got it. Eagles within a goal.
Not so much we've got this. It was probably more, here we come.
Goldsack able to spoil it down. Main under real pressure. Rioli, spin, Cripps, goal. Superb from the Eagles, Rioli.
From a backline point of view, we just need to make sure that we're making it as hard as we could for them to score. For a lot of us, we didn't start how we would have liked, but they just said, well, that's what it is, and dust themselves off and get back into it.
Scully did a job on DeGoey, TB did a job on Cox, and they really played their roles, and Gov did his thing, and we all just tried to chip in where we could, and we played as a really tight unit like we have all year.
We were in contests, and that's why we're good players, because we're good in contests, and I think that's the trademark of a good backline. And no one starred, everyone just played their role, everyone did their job that they had to do, and then you see the spread because the back six played so well, and I think it really paid dividends.
Hutchings has done a wonderful job on Steele's side bottom, only the 12 touches.
Yeah, it was an outstanding role. You know what you're going to get from Hutch, playing on the elite midfielders in every team.
Jack Darling has just been extraordinary in this quarter.
That's winning stuff from Darling.
I don't think many boys felt like he was having a terrible game or felt like he was out of the game. When you're out there, you don't have a stat sheet in front of you, and I thought he was impacting the contest, even though he obviously didn't have the touches he would have liked to have had. So for himself to be able to do that, it was down to him. It was terrific.
Adams, the runner got in the road.
So I felt sick for the bloke because he's had injuries himself at AFL level. Knows how hard it is to try and win a premiership, get there, and I'm sure he felt like he impacted the game. That was a terrible kick by Adams. Yowie was always getting that.
To put West Coast in front since the early stages of the opening term. It's going home. They've hit the front in the third quarter. It is all square. 1937 revisited. What a last quarter coming up.
I was thinking, because it was a draw, I was like, I'm a part of an epic game of football here. Like, it's a draw in the grand final. Like, this is crazy. Like, let's win this.
Even going into the three-quarter time, I was thinking we've got this. We're going well, and then when they kick the first two goals, and it's like, hang on a minute, what happened there?
Cox with one hand, Myercheck. He's come a long way in 12 months.
We just got told not two of us to fly, and me and Tommy Brassett flied and KO'd each other. That was the start of their goals.
DeGoey, launches from 50. Collingwood have got a 2-goal lead. Who can stand up for the Eagles? To fall forward. Varney has come into the team and he's done a mighty job. Can he kick the goal? It's holding the line. He does. Back to one kick. Maynard, long ball. Cox getting back. What a mark! He kicks it low and it's a little Rick Wright, but it's a goal. He's kicked two. Darling again gives it to Ryan, and then Ryan's little kick is a good one to Kennedy. Yes, he's kicked two. He's kicked three. He's got three. What a game of footy. And look at the crowd, they're all firmly planted in their seats because they're just not sure which way this is going at the moment. Nearly. Ryan! Oh, point! I thought it was going through.
Time starts going and then we keep missing. It does start to test you a bit, especially when we had our opportunities.
I was going to kill a forward. I just wanted one forward's head. It was a little bit frustrating, as obviously a back, you just wanted to go through the big sticks, but you build a lot of confidence of it because we're getting it in, we'll supply. She'd end up kicking the hardest one.
Oscar Elliott provided the contest. Terrell provides the run. Kicks inside 50. McGovern!
I knew I had to keep my feet, so there's three things. I had to mark it, and if I got an opportunity and I marked it, keep your feet and go quick. Those were the three things I thought.
What a player! What a mark, Bruce, what a mark, and he goes to Vardy straight away. They need to keep going quickly. 2:29 remaining. Ryan with a big mark!
The action wasn't surprising because we see him do it a lot. He's a great mark, great leap, but the circumstance, the timing, the ability to bring himself back from probably a contest he wasn't happy with earlier in the game. Great mindset to be able to do that and to be able to execute on the big stage.
He plays on. Ball to Sheets, too long. Maynard can't get there.
I thought someone was going to come across and spoil it. And when I didn't cop any contact, I looked behind and, oh, cheers, Willie. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Straight away, I thought left footer, beautiful. Snap, but he kept walking back, and I was thinking, he's not going to snap this.
I think my biggest fear was if I chose to snap it was if I was going to belly it out on the full. So I thought, let's just keep it simple and drop punt it, but lucky it went through.
She needs to be inch perfect. He is. He's got the most impossible goal. Unbelievable, the most acute England footy. Concede at last. Puts the Eagles in front. That is a kick for the ages.
We had a fair idea. There wasn't long to go. The runner came out and told us there's a minute 30 after Domi kicked his goal, and I was half tempted to have a crack at goals and try and ice the game, but yeah, my preferred option was to find someone open, and couldn't have found someone more open than Jack.
He's dropped the Darling.
I can tell you that Jack Darling almost gave me a stroke when he dropped that mark in the goal square with like 5 seconds to go to ice the game. I sort of looked down at my boots to be like, yes, we're going to win. And I look back up walking and I see the balls on the ground, and I was just,
I was thinking, oh no, JD's not going to be able to sleep at night after that if we lose.
I remember looking around, I was setting up everything, and I saw AJ, our runner, and I could see him doing that. So I knew we had 10 seconds to go.
10 seconds left, and I was just like we were all looking around like, yeah, this is about to happen, and then like just waiting, like the ball was bobbling around, like just waiting. I was like, yeah, it's going to happen soon.
Because the Eagle has landed for the premiers in 2018. The Eagles overcome every obstacle within the season, within the game. They hit the front right at the death, and West Coast celebrate an extraordinary win in the grand final.
I don't think I'd run so fast for the entire game than I did running to the rest of the back line.
I can't really remember a whole lot. I think Bunga steam trained into me.
I suppose I had my eyes closed. I was thinking, where's Lecker? I looked straight, I opened my eyes, and he's spear tackled straight in front of me, and we just hugged on the ground for the whole time, and everyone was jumping on, and we just kept saying, we did it, we've done it, we've done it.
And the winner of the Norm Smith medal is, from the West Coast Eagles, Luke Shuey.
Yeah, it's a really nice cherry on top, I suppose. The sole reason you play footy is to win premierships, and obviously to go down in the record books as a Norm Smith medalist is a huge honour.
Probably gets the tag most weeks, Shu, and he'll tell you his footy hasn't been probably as good as he could the last few weeks, and he loves the big stage, and to stand up in such a big game, I think that's one of the best finals I've seen in a long time.
What a great moment, and what a sad moment for that man there. Absolutely brilliant all year, all Australian.
That's the hardest thing. As easy as well, Eric McKenzie. That hurt massively to see those boys and how much it hurt them and how much they got us to the position. They deserve it more than anyone.
I played directly because of one of those guys missing out, and I've thought about it a lot. It's been probably the main thing that's been on my mind, and I, of course, feel terrible for the guys that missed out, but there's a lot of people that missed out, a lot of people that weren't able to be that 22. That's why it's important that it's not just us, the 22 that were on the ground. That's not just who it was for.
Anything you want to say? Nah, maybe it's got one thing to do. It's all about actions, boys. Not about words. It's about actions. That's what we want to do.
Everyone's talked about it a few times in 06, how many people come out, and I was like, oh, whatever. They're all legends, they all popped out, good on them.
Yeah, it was pretty special coming back to Perth, and they've been enormous all year, and to get the reception we did was pretty special, and I know the boys loved it, and there's a few sore heads on stage, but back home, obviously, not everyone can get over there. The sport in Melbourne was awesome, but to come home and share it with the fans was special.
It's your 2018 premiers, the West Coast Eagles!
There's all different range of emotions of, relief, happiness, excited, let's do it again. You know, we're going to start pre-season soon. Like, there's so many different things.
Oh, mate, it's just satisfying to win one. I think you go through 14 years of football, and I've had opportunities in 15. I've won 2 wooden spoons. I've won a Carlton one here. So we've been at either end of the table, and it was just satisfaction, I suppose, just to win one.
I still don't feel excitement. I don't feel, that's not the feeling I have. I have this feeling of the job got done, and it's just, I'm so happy and relieved. But 2019 is not too far away, so just go again next year.